Today, I'm gonna be giving you guys the top 10 builds in 2K24. So that means I will be showing you guys the best point guard builds, lockdown builds, center builds, anything you could imagine. The best 10 builds in 2K24. I'll be showing you 6 4-guard builds and also 6-6, 6-7, those ISO type of builds too. Builds for the 2s court, the 3s court, builds for Pro-Am, everything you could imagine. Now, before we get right into it, drop a like on the video if you are ready for the top 10 builds in 2K24. So I already have a total of 10 builds made on my main account. How am I supposed to make new builds? You're only allowed to have 10. Every time I want to make a new build, I have to delete one and then I can make a new one. Sadly, I've deleted 99 overall builds before. I guess that means I have to hop on an alt account just to make a new build. Ronnie, why is 10 the maximum? So like I said, I will be giving you guys small point guard builds, 6-6 point guard builds, tall guard builds, lockdown builds, shooting center, inside center, everything you guys need. So first off, I will be starting with the best 6-6 demigod builds that you can use on the 2s court and the 3s court or any game mode you want. See, most 6-6 builds you can only use on like 1s or 2s. But these 6-6 builds I'm gonna give you guys right now, you can use on any game mode, the 2s, 3s, 1s, Pro-Am, Rec, whatever you want. So you want to make the build 6'6", 180 pounds, and for wingspan 6'8", which is close to the shortest wingspan but not the shortest. Now when you make these 6'6 builds, I recommend you make them a point guard and not a shooting guard or a small forward, because if you wanted to play 1v1 theater, if you were to make it a 6'6 power forward, there is a possibility you could run into 7-foot builds, and you don't want that. If you make it a point guard, the tallest build you could run into is a 6'7 or 6'8 build. So I'm gonna show you guys 2 versions of this 6'6 demigod that you can use in any game mode. One will have higher perimeter defense and lower steal, and one will have higher steal and lower perimeter defense. Now first off, let's start with the shooting. You want to make the 3-pointer a 92 so you get that silver limitless and all these gold shooting badges. Then the driving dunk, you want to put that to a 94. Now this build will be able to get contact dunks, shoot, dribble, play defense. It can do everything, which is the purpose of these 6'6 demigod builds. Now before we continue with everything else, let's do the physicals real quick so you guys can see the badges. You want to put the speed at 81, and then the acceleration will be 66, because the acceleration in 2K24 does not matter. If you guys did not know, it does not matter at all. The only point of acceleration is to get the blow by badge or the fast feet badge. Then for the vertical, you want to put that to an 82 so that you can get those elite contact dunk animations along with that 94 driving dunk. And then the stamina, you already know we're gonna max that out so we could dribble. Then for the standing dunk, you need to put that to a 40 so you can get the standing dunk packages. Now with the 94 driving dunk, as you can see, it gives you Hall of Fame slithery compared to a 93, and you get those elite contact dunks. Then we'll have gold posterizer, Hall of Fame slithery, gold precision dunker for those dunk meter dunks. Then for the ball handle, we're gonna put that to an 86, and then the speed with ball, we'll put that to an 80 so that we get that Devin Booker dribble style, which is my favorite dribble style in the game. Some people like Pro or LeBron more, but me personally, I like that Devin Booker dribble style. And then the pass accuracy, we're gonna put that up to a 70. Now me personally, I have played with a 50-something pass accuracy all year. I've used a 70, a 77, and 84. There is a tiny bit of a difference between like a 77 and a 70, but a 70 pass at compared to like a 60 or 56, I don't notice that much of a difference. 70 is good, 56 is still good as well. As long as you know how to dot people, you will be fine with an extremely low pass accuracy. If you want, you could get away with 68 just so you get that bronze break starter, but me, I go with 70 just so you can get that pass style as well, and we have a little more pass accuracy too. So 70 pass accuracy is very good in this game. Then the perimeter defense and steal, we are going to go with an 85 for both, so we get those silver steal badges, those silver defensive badges. If we put our strength to a 50, that gives us clamps on silver. And then the interior defense, we're gonna max that out to a 57 so we could play a little bit of interior defense as well. And then the free throw, we'll put that to a 68. So just like that, you have a Demigod 6'6" build that can play defense perfectly fine. Bare minimum perimeter D you need in this game is like a 75. You can get away with 75, or like 82, 85 works as well. That is both very, very good. But you can lock people up, you can dribble like crazy, a 92 three-pointer and a 94 driving dunk. This build does everything. You get elite contact dunks, you can shoot, dribble, and play defense. So in my opinion, this is the best 6'6" Demigod build that you can use on every game mode. Now I will be showing you guys another version of this 6'6" build. If you want to get gold glove, because we all know that steal is so broken in this game, all you have to do is lower that perimeter D to a 76, put the strength back to a 49, and then we're gonna lower that defensive rebound to a 32, and you can get that 91 steal, and that gives you gold glove, gold interceptor. It'll be much easier to pluck people even more. And all you lose is a few silver defensive badges, which you honestly don't even need, because with a 75 or a 76, you still get bronze clamps and all these bronze defensive badges. So this version of the 6'6" Demigod, you get gold glove and the gold steel badges, and then you have a little bit of a lower perimeter defense, and then your interior is now a 60 as well. So it's just personal preference whether you want a higher steal, lower perimeter defense, or you want the 85 perimeter D and 85 steal. So next up for the second build, I'm gonna be giving you guys the best 6'4" build that you can use in any game mode. So when you think of a versatile build that you can use on like the 1v1 theater or the 2s and the 3s, every game mode, you're gonna make a 6'6" Demigod build. Now I'm gonna show you guys the best 6'4" build that you can use in any game mode, primarily the 1s and the 2s, because most of the time you want to use a 6'6" build on those courts. Well, I'm gonna give you guys the best 6'4" build that you can use on the 1s, 2s, 3s, rec, any game mode you want. And then afterwards, I will show you guys the best 6'4" that you can use in comp pro-am or 3s or other game modes too. But if you're looking for an all-around Demigod 6'4" to use in everything, this is what you want. So you're gonna go with 6'4" height, lowest weight, and then maximum wingspan. Like I said, this build can play defense for a 6'4", which is extremely rare. You are not gonna find a build like this anywhere else. So first off, let's do the physicals real quick. You already know we need an 86 speed, 73 excel, max stamina, and then 82 vertical, and then we're gonna put that strength up to a 49. So first off, once again, let's start with that driving dunk. It is the meta right now to have a 94 driving dunk, because that means you can dunk on everybody. It is a huge bailout. So this gives you elite contact dunks, pro contact dunks. You will be able to dunk on everyone. So this build already gets the best contact dunks with Hall of Fame and gold finishing. For the three-pointer, we're gonna put that all the way up to an 86. Now 86 is better than 85 because you get that silver agent 3 for fading three-pointers, and you get that bronze limitless. Then for the midi, we're gonna put that up to a 72 instead of a 71, so you get that silver midi magician instead of bronze, because midis are very good in this game. Then for the ball handle, we're gonna put that all the way up to a 93, and then the speed with ball to an 83, so that we get that gold hyperdrive, and gold speed booster. And then 93 ball handle instead of 92 gives you Hall of Fame ankle breaker and gold killer combos. So far, we can dribble break everyone's ankles, ISO up on a 6'4". We can shoot very, very well, and we get the best contact dunks too. Now, the reason I went with an 83 speed with ball instead of a 91 for Kyrie Irving, as you can see, it requires a lot of attribute upgrades to just do that, and I don't gain any badges from it. Now, me personally, I've used 6'6 builds all year. I've made a dribble tutorial teaching you how to dribble with Devin Booker dribble style, or Pro, or LeBron, whatever dribble style you want, like you are using Kyrie dribble style. So instead of me going with a 91 speed with ball, I'm gonna go with an 83 because I know how to dribble with Devin Booker dribble style as if it is Kyrie dribble style. I don't need to put 8 more on my speed with ball when speed with ball does not matter much at all this year. It is proven that speed with ball and acceleration are placebo. It's just for the badges. You don't need the number. So I highly recommend going with an 83 speed with ball on a 6'4 build, as long as you are not incompetent and know how to dribble. So if you want to watch that dribble tutorial, the link is in the description down below. I teach you guys how to dribble with Devin Booker dribble style as if it is Kyrie dribble style. So you do not need that 91 speed with ball. And then most builds I go with have a 70 pass accuracy. It is not a difference at all between a 63 and a 70 pass accuracy, and this build is meant to be optimal to use on every game mode, the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s. So you will be fine with a 63 pass accuracy. If you want a 6'4 for Pro-Am, don't worry, I will be giving you guys the best 6'4 guard build for Comp Pro-Am or the Rec later in this video, which will have an extremely high pass accuracy. So then for the defense, we're gonna put the steal all the way up to an 85, which gives you silver glove and the silver steal badges. Then the interior defense, we're gonna max that out at a 62, and voila, now you can stop those mashing 6'6 builds on the 1s or the 2s court. You can pluck people constantly because anything silver or gold glove and up, it is free steals, man. Have you guys seen 6'4 builds teed up on defense? You will not find builds like this anywhere else. It is unheard of to run into a 6'4 build that is plucking everyone. This build will do it all. You'll break everyone's ankles with a 93 ball handle, Hall of Fame and gold badges, 86 372 midi, elite and pro contact dunks, and then an 85 steal. And the build has max wingspan too, which will help with shooting over players and plucking people and playing better defense. Now, a 65 perimeter, you may think it is low, but you are not going to get higher with all of these attributes. This is the best all-around 6'4 build you can ever find. And you can still play extremely good defense with a 65 perimeter. And speed plays a huge factor in defense as well, and you have an 86 speed. So this is the best all-around 6'4 guard build for 2K24. I recommend using this on the 2v2 court, the 3s court as well, and even if you want to in the 1s or the Rec, this is the best all-around 6'4 build. Now, since we are on the topic of 6'4 guard builds, let me show you guys the most optimal 6'4 point guard build for the 3s. And then you could also use this build on the 2s, the 1s, or the Rec too. So we're gonna go 6'4 minimum weight, and then for the wingspan, we'll put that to 6'8". So the only things we will change compared to the last build is we will put the ball handle down to a 92. We're gonna remove all the steal, and then we're gonna put that perimeter D all the way up to a 76 so that you get bronze clamps and bronze 94 feet as well. Then the interior, we'll put that to 61. We'll put the pass accuracy up to a 70 because if you're playing on the 3s, you want to have a higher pass accuracy. And then for the 3-pointer, we are going to put that up to a 92. And then we're going to upgrade the offensive rebound 1. And then just like that, voila, we have the best 6'4 guard build for the 3s court. And you could also use this on the 1s, 2s, or Rec if you want, because you have a 76 perimeter, you have a 61 interior. So you can play good defense on this build. You just won't be able to get those bailout steals like you can on that other 6'4 build that I just showed you guys, which is more optimal and all around so that you could use that in every single game mode. This build is more optimal for the 3v3, but you can still use it in anything else. You could dribble insanely well, it shoots a lot better, you get that silver limitless, that gold deadeye, and you still get those elite and pro contact dunks too. But this build gets bronze clamps, so you could play a little bit better perimeter defense. So just like that, we have another very good 6'4" guard build. Now for our fourth build that I will be showing you guys, this is the last 6'4" build I'm gonna give you. This build is meant for comp pro-am, but you can still use it in other game modes as well. Now once again, we're gonna put the 3-pointer to a 92, the driving dunk up to a 94, and the ball handle up to a 92. Then the speed with ball once again to an 83, and the pass accuracy to an 84, because in Pro-Am you need to have that silver needle threader if you are going to be running point guard. You need to be able to throw those quick dots, those good fast passes. So this build will be very, very good for Pro-Am, comp Pro-Am, the rec, the threes court as well. This build is very versatile. And then the standing dunk, we're gonna put that up to a 42. You only need a 40 for those standing dunk animations, but we're gonna put it at 42. And then the free throw, we're gonna put that to a 99 for that Hall of Fame 3 points, so that we will never ever miss a free throw. And then the interior defense, we will max out at 65. And because we have a tiny bit of upgrades left, you could either put it on standing dunk, but me, I'm gonna upgrade the offensive rebound to a 50. So this build is just like the other 6'4" builds, but it has a much higher pass accuracy and free throw, which is more optimal for Pro-Am. That silver needle threader and dimer, all of that will help tremendously in Pro-Am. And personally, I know how to use Devin Booker's dribble style, like Kyrie dribble style, so I don't need that 91 speed with ball unless I were trying to get Hall of Fame speed booster, because speed with ball does not matter much this year at all, and I am comfortable using an 83 speed with ball instead of a 91. Now this build can play some interior defense as well, a tiny bit of perimeter D, you just don't get any steal, but you don't need that for Pro-Am and Rec on a 6'4", because your lockdown and your shooting guard on your team will be guarding the best scorers on the other team. I will be sitting my butt in the corner. In Pro-Am Rec, the threes court, this build is not meant to be guarding the ball. It is meant to be scoring on offense. You get a 92 3, 92 ball handle, and a 94 driving dunk with those elite contact dunks. So in my opinion, this is the best 6'4" Pro-Am build, threes build, rec build in 2K24. And you could even use this on the twos as well if you want, maybe the ones, but this build is meant for Pro-Am, rec, and threes. You get gold speed booster, silver limitless, gold shooting badges, and those Hall of Fame and gold dunking badges. And with a 65 interior as well, that does give you bronze workhorse too. Now for the fifth build, I will be giving you guys the best lockdown build in 2K24. If you live under a rock and don't know what a lockdown is, this means you will be guarding the best ball handler on the other team with this build, and you can shoot, dunk, maybe even post score a little bit. This build is a defensive demon. So you're gonna want to go 6'6", max weight 230 pounds, and then the wingspan is 7 foot, which is a little bit closer to max wingspan than shorter wingspan. Now the most important part of a lockdown defender is the steal and perimeter defense. So you need at least minimum a 91 steal if you are going to be a lockdown defender. Now me personally, I want to go up to a 95 so that you get that Hall of Fame interceptor. I don't think it's worth going for Hall of Fame glove, as you can see the overall jumps from 54 to 59 just from that. So we're gonna put the steal just at a 95. If you reach with the right stick, you could go for 96 and get that Hall of Fame right stick ripper. But steals are broken enough, you can just reach with square and go with a 95. I already steal the ball from everyone. I once had a 1v1 game where I had 20 steals and I only had gold glove, a 91 steal. So 95 will be perfect for a lockdown. Then for the perimeter defense, we are going to put that all the way up to a 94. Now let's do our physicals real quick. Max out the stamina. We'll put the vertical to an 82. The strength, we're going to put that to an 84. And then the speed, we'll put that to an 85. Now by putting our perimeter D to a 94, that gives us Hall of Fame Challenger, Hall of Fame Workhorse, and Hall of Fame ankle braces. So Challenger, it helps improve the effectiveness of good contests when people are trying to shoot over you. So if someone is trying to shoot over me, I have Hall of Fame Challenger instead of Bronze Challenger. The contest might be a higher percent and it will have a higher impact, so they are more likely to miss than make it. So a 94 perimeter with a 95 steal, this build will play very good defense. Then the interior, we're gonna put that all the way up to an 82, which will give us silver post lockdown so we can guard those toxic post scorers too. And we have an 84 strength as well. And if you did not know, silver brick wall, silver immovable enforcer, if you have these badges on either silver or gold, they help tremendously on defense with bumping the defender. When you bump them, they lose stamina. As you can see, if you read brick wall, drains energy from opponents on physical contact. Not only does that work on offense, but it works on defense too. When you bump them, they do lose energy. And same thing with the movable enforcer, improves a player's strength on defense when defending ball handlers and finishers. So these two badges together is a very good combo. Then for the block, we're gonna go with a 69, so we get that bronze chase down artist and the defensive rebound on 52. Now for the three-pointer, we're gonna put that up to an 86 so that we can get a good jump shot, silver agent 3, bronze limitless, and more gold shooting badges too, because we will be spotting up. We need to be able to green everything. You could get away with a 76 or 78 three-pointer, but we're gonna go 86 so that we could shoot even better. And then like usual, the midi, we're gonna put that up to a 72 instead of 71, so you get that silver midi magician. Now we still have a lot of upgrades left. For a lockdown defender, you want to be able to do everything besides dribble. So for the standing dunk, we're gonna upgrade that all the way to a 90. By doing that, we get gold precision dunker and gold rise up. Then for the driving dunk, we're gonna put that up to a 89. So I did make an uh-oh here, and I realized because I have a 89 driving dunk, which allows me to get pro contact dunks, I do not need an 82 vertical. So we can actually lower that and get a 78 vertical instead. Now by lowering that, we do have a little more attribute upgrades as well we can burn. So we're gonna put the post control up to an 85, so that as a bailout, if you need to, you can just drop step the opponent, or you can shoot a post fade. Post scoring in this game is very busted, and as well it comes with silver unpluckable. If you were to go with a 92, you could get gold unpluckable, but silver unpluckable should be fine. Then for the pass accuracy, just so it is not on 0 or 25, we're gonna upgrade that all the way to a 50, just so you have at least something and you are not throwing like a complete turtle. Then the block, we're gonna put that up to a 70, and the speed, because we are a lockdown and higher speed means better defense, we are going to put that up to an 87. We are going to put that up to an 86. And then the acceleration, we are going to put that up to a 77. Now because we're a lockdown, fast feet on gold instead of silver, speeds up launches and cuts defensively to assist and staying in front of the ball handler. So you will be able to play much better defense with a 77 XL compared to a 74. Then the rest of all of this, I'm going to throw on free throw so I can actually use this build in the rec and pro-am. Now I'm going to take one off the block actually and put the rest of that on free throw. So now you get bronze free points. And I'm actually going to take one off of the pass accuracy and upgrade my free throw again to an 80. So now you get silver free point. And just like that, you have a perfect lockdown defender build now with all Hall of Fame and gold defensive badges, Hall of Fame and gold steal badges. It can shoot insanely well. You can spot up on the hash, not just the corner. You can shoot from limitless. You can get contact dunks as well. You are your very own post scorer. This is the best lockdown defender build in 2K24, and you can use it in any game mode as well. And you even have a high free throw, so you can go crazy and pro-am and wreck with this too. So in my opinion, this is 100% the best lockdown defender build for every single game mode in 2K24. Now I'm gonna give you guys the best shooting center build in 2K24. This build works in every game mode. You can use it on the 2s, the 3s, rec, pro-am, whatever you want. So you want to go 6'8", 234 pounds, and then 7'5" wingspan, which is one below max wingspan. Now let's start with the physicals real quick. You want to max out the speed at 81, and then for the strength, you want to put that to a 90, so you get gold immovable enforcer and gold brick wall. Like I said, these two badges work very well on defense. When you bump the defender, they lose stamina, and then gold brick wall, you was at those hangida or see big body Miyagis. Then for the vertical, we're gonna go all the way up to an 80. Now let's start with the shooting. So the whole point of a shooting center is being able to shoot very, very well. You're gonna set those screens. You can pick and pop, you can quick slip, you can pick and roll. This build is very versatile. So with an 86 midi and a 76 3-pointer, that'll give us bronze agent 3 silver corner specialist by going with a 76 3, and then having an 86 midi gives you all of these shooting badges, not on bronze, not on silver. Most of them are on gold, some on silver. You get Hall of Fame comeback kid, and with an 86 midi you can get a very good jump shot. So having all of these gold shooting badges, these silver shooting badges, makes it so you can shoot threes better, even though you only have a 76 3-pointer. Then for the pass accuracy, we're gonna go with a 75, so that when we get rebounds, we are able to throw it down court and not throw it out of bounds, because we get silver break starter at 75 pass sec. Now we're done with the shooting, we're done with the playmaking. We already know our build can pass, our build can shoot as good as possible for a shooting center build. Now we need to be able to get rebounds. We need to be hanky-dorsey. So we're gonna max out the defensive rebound at a 93, which gives us Hall of Fame box out beast, gold rebound chaser, gold pogo stick. We're gonna put the offensive rebound up to a 78. I recommend at least a 75. You could even get away with 70, because you have all of these rebounding badges. You don't really need the offensive rebound rating to be that high. If you have the hanky dorsey genetics, you will horse anyone. So a 78 offensive rebound is perfect. For the block, we're gonna max this out and go with a 92. Now that gives us gold chase down and silver anchor, and then we're gonna put the interior up to a 77, which gives you gold anchor, so no one will be able to mash on you in the paint, especially with that 90 strength. Then for the perimeter D and the steel, we're gonna put both of these up to an 85. By doing that, we get the silver steel badges, those silver defensive badges. So this build is not only a shooting center build, but you are also a lockdown. You get gold anchor, gold chase down, and then silver steel and silver perimeter defensive badges, and you will be able to snag on everyone with this build. Then for the finishing, we're gonna put the standing dunk all the way up to a 90, which gives us gold precision dunker, gold rise up. And then for the driving dunk, we're gonna put that up to a 73, which will give us bronze posterizer as well. Then we throw the last two upgrades on free throw, and there you have it, the best shooting center build in 2K24. Like I said, you can use this build in any game mode, on the 2s, the 3s, rec, pro-am, whatever you want. It can shoot very, very good. You can pick and pop, you spot up, shoot from limitless. This build can dunk on everyone. You have the perfect pass accuracy 75, so you can throw the ball down court to your cherry picking teammates. Gold anchor, silver defensive badges, gold chase down, gold pogo as well. We get Hall of Fame box out beast, gold rebound chaser. Then we get silver bulldozer, gold immovable enforcer, gold brick wall. This build does it all. It's the best shooting center build in the game. And you are your very own lockdown too. Playing defense with your lockdown on your team, you can literally switch. You can play sides. You can guard the ball handler on the other team with this build, and you are 6'8". You are a center. So this is the best shooting center build in 2K24. Now we're gonna go back to those demigod 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" type of builds that can do absolutely everything. Now I'm gonna show you guys the best 6-7 build that is meant to dominate the 1s core and the 2s as well. Now you can use it in other game modes too, but it is meant to be the best 6-7 build for 1s and 2s. So you're gonna go 6-7, 210 pounds, which is in the middle for this height. The minimum is 180, the max is 230. Then for the wingspan, we're gonna go 7 foot, which is close to max wingspan. Now once again, let's start with the physicals. We're gonna put the speed to an 81, the vertical to a 78, and then the strength to an 84, which will give you silver bulldozer, silver brick wall, and silver immovable enforcer, which are great badges for the 1s and the 2s because you will bump the defender up and make them lose stamina. Now for the shooting, once again, we're gonna go with an 86 midi and a 76 3-pointer, just like the best lock build I just went over. The point of that is the 76 3 gives you agent 3 so that you can shoot fadeaway 3s and silver corner specialist 2, and then the high midi makes it so you can get a good jump shot, and it gives you all of these gold and silver badges, which are very important, and that will help you shoot 3s better as well. Now this build is meant for the 2s and the 1s. So we already got gold midi magician, we can fade away midis, we can shoot step back 3s, we could be toxic. This build you could honestly play center with or play guard with as well. It's meant to be an ISO type of guard build, but you can honestly do anything with it. So we're gonna put the driving dunk at an 89. With an 89 driving dunk and 78 vertical, that makes it so you get pro contact dunks. So we get silver posterizer and then some golden Hall of Fame dunking badges too. 70 layup for fearless finisher. We're gonna put the standing dunk at 40, so we get the standing dunk package. And since this is a 1v1 and 2s build, we're gonna put the post control up to a 92, which gives you gold unpluckable, Hall of Fame post fade phenom, and post spin technician, gold drop stepper, so you can do those toxic post spins, toxic drop steps, post fades, whatever you need to as a bailout. But most importantly, you get that gold unpluckable. Then for the ball handle, we're gonna put that to an 86, the speed with ball to an 80, so you get that Devin Booker dribble style. And then for defense, this build is meant for 1s and 2s. You already know you need at least an 85 steal so you can pluck, For the block, we're gonna go with an 80. Now normally you'd want to go 77 for bronze anchor, but if you put it up to a 79, it gives you bronze pogo and silver chase down artist. Then for the perimeter D, we're gonna put that up to an 82, which is a sweet spot for silver challenger. And then interior D, we're gonna bump that up to a 67. Then we'll put one more in the block, so you get an 80 block. And there we have it. You can combo up with an 86 ball handle, 80 speed with ball for Devin Booker dribble style. You get that silver speed booster at 6'7", gold ankle breaker, Hall of Fame physical handle, so you will bully everybody while dribbling. This build can shoot very, very well as well. You get contact dunks. You're a toxic post scorer with Hall of Fame post scoring badges and a defensive demon. We get anchor. We're 6'7". We can lock everyone up. Silver steel badges and defensive badges, and 80 block too, and then an 84 strength. This build is toxic. So if you're looking for a build that is broken on both the 1v1 court and the 2s court, in my opinion, this is the best 6'7" build. You don't need to worry about pass accuracy for 1v1s, and on the 2s court, this build is such a demon on offense. They will literally need to double team you to stop you, so your teammate will be wide open if you ever need to pass. And a 56 pass accuracy works the exact same as a 70 pass accuracy almost. So in my opinion, this build is perfect for both game modes. You can also use it on the 3s or rec if you want as well. This build is broken. Now, just like the last 6'7" build I showed you guys, I'm gonna show you the best 6'6" build that would dominate the 1s and the 2s court as well. Now, you can use this on any game mode, but it will thrive and dominate in the 1s and the 2s mostly. So you want to go 6'6", max weight, and then 7 foot wingspan, which is almost max. Now, if you guys did not know, 6'6" builds get the best attributes in the game. So that means if you were to make the same build at 6'7" compared to 6'6", you're gonna be able to throw more attributes on a 6-6 build because it gets more attributes. As you can see, I click continue. It keeps almost the same exact attributes as the 6-7 build, but it puts me at a 97 overall instead. So that means I have more room to work with and I can throw more attributes on this build. Now the only difference is I have a little bit less strength. It's a 74 right now instead of an 84. So that means we get bronze, brick wall, bronze immovable enforcer, and gold physical handles instead. But all of this is still very, very good. So the difference we're gonna make with the 6-6 is we're gonna put the vertical to an 80 and the driving dunk up to a 93, which will give us gold posterizer, gold slithery, and then more Hall of Fame dunking badges as well. Hall of Fame bunny, gold precision dunker. This build will be an even more of a dunking demon. Then we'll throw the rest on interior defense so that we get a 70 interior and a 75 block. My 6-6 1v1 build I've been using all year has a pretty high interior D, a pretty high block, and I promise you it makes a big difference when guarding these mashing builds and trying to get chase down blocks. You will get a ton of blocks and lock everyone up. So the difference between this 6-6 1s and 2s build versus the 6-7 I just showed you guys is that you get a much higher dunk, better dunking badges, but you don't get anchor compared to a 6-7 build. But that honestly does not matter at all. This interior and block is insane and you will still lock everyone up, and you have a high strength so you will not get bullied by those toxic post scorers and mashers. So once again though, we get silver defensive badges, pluck everyone with an 85 steal. Steals are too OP in this game. Combo up, gold unpluckable because of that high post control, gold ankle breaker, physical handles, silver speed booster. You can shoot very well. We have gold midi magician so we can shoot those fadeaways. Bronze agent 3, but we get much better finishing badges so we will be able to terrorize everyone. So this is the best 6'6" 1s and 2s build in 2K24. You can use it on the 3s or rec, any other game mode, but it will dominate the 1s and the 2s. Now real quick as well, I'm going to show you guys a 6'8" build that would dominate the 1s court and the 2s court as well. Now the thing with a 6'8" build is it is much taller, but you can only get an 85 ball handle with it. So that means you do not get the Kemba escape move, which is the exact same as the Trae Young. You have to use Kevin Durant instead of Kemba. So we're going to go 7'5" wingspan, which is almost max, 222 pounds, 6'8". Now the difference with the 6'8" compared to the 6'7" and the 6'6" is that we do have a lower ball handle. We're not going to go with post control. But what we're going to do here is we're going to bump that perimeter D up to an 85 so that we get silver clamps. And we're going to bump the steal all the way up to a 91 so you get that gold glove, gold interceptor, gold right stick ripper so you can pluck people even more. And because we're 6'8", that means we get anchor if we put our block up to a 77. So we're going to put that up to a 77. And then if we bump it up to a 79, that means we get pogo stick and silver chase down artist, which means even better defense. Now a 7'5" wingspan on a 6'8"? We bumped up the perimeter D, the steal, the block, all for what? Just the price of our post control? Now we do only get a 75 speed with ball instead of an 80, so that does mean we have to use a different dribble style than Devin Booker. So you guys can use Pro or LeBron, even the nerfed Magic Johnson, whatever you guys are comfortable with, but probably Pro or LeBron might be the best dribble style. Then with the rest of your attributes, you could either put 1 interior defense or 3 standing dunk. I recommend 3 standing dunk because it gives you the most attributes. So this is the best 6'8" 1s and 2s build that you could get. You could even use this on the 3s. You could play lockdown with it because you get those gold steel badges. You have an extremely high perimeter. And this build can guard centers too, bro. Look at the block in the interior. We get anchor. You can shoot fadeaway middies on a 6'8", 86 midi, and these gold and Hall of Fame silver shooting badges. So I just showed you guys the best 6'6", 6'7", and 6'8" builds that are meant for the 1s and the 2s court. Let me know which one you guys are gonna make out of these heights and why. So far, every single build I've given you guys has been able to shoot. Now I'm gonna give you the best inside center build possible. This build will get every rebound, can play defense, pass better than point guards, and dunk on everyone. And you can use it on the 2s, the 3s, rec, pro-am. It is ideal for any game mode. So we're gonna go with 7 foot. It's better than 7'1". You get better attributes. 246 pounds, which is right in the middle, and then max wingspan at 7'10". So for the physicals, we're gonna go 96 stamina for strength. We're gonna put that at a 90 for that immovable enforcer and brick wall on gold. You already know we need those on gold, especially if we're inside center. We gotta set the big body Miyagi's. Then for the speed, we're gonna almost max that out of the 66. In the vertical, you of course would want it at an 80 at minimum, but we're gonna put it at an 83, and you're gonna see why. So we're in inside center. That means we're not gonna upgrade the shooting at all. So we're gonna have better defensive and rebounding stats, better passing, and better dunking. So for defensive rebound, we'll put that at 99, which means all Hall of Fame rebounding badges. And then because our vertical is an 83, that means our pogo stick is Hall of Fame and not gold. So Hall of Fame pogo on defense is very busted. You can just keep spamming that triangle button and lock everyone up. So since we already have Hall of Fame rebounding badges, the offensive rebound rating doesn't really matter as long as it's above a 70. So we're gonna put that at a 76, which will be just fine with Hall of Fame box out beast and Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Then for the block, we'll put that at a 92, which means we get silver anchor and gold chase down. Now if we put that interior to a 77, you get gold anchor. But we're gonna bump it up to an 82, which also gives us gold workhorse and silver post lock. Then for the steal, if we put that up to a 60, that means we get interceptor on bronze at least, so we can get passing lane steals. And then let's put our perimeter D up a little bit to a 58, so we get off ball pest on bronze too, and we have a little bit of perimeter defense. Then for the passing, let's put our pass ac up to an 86, because if we use this build for rec or pro-am or 3s and we get a rebound and we want to throw it down court, gold break starter and a higher pass accuracy means we're going to throw it faster, and it's less likely that we're going to throw it out of bounds. So it's almost guaranteed 100% not going out of bounds with gold break starter. And you can throw dots to your teammates as well with a pass accuracy this high. So we're not going to touch the shooting. Everything else is done but the finishing. So we're gonna put that standing dunk up to a 92, which gives us all of these badges on gold. And then if we put the driving dunk up to an 89, then we're able to get those contact dunks as well. Then the driving layup, we'll put that to a 70 for gold pro touch, bronze fearless finisher. And this build can do everything possible so well except shoot. But this build is an inside center of doom. Very good interior defense, very good rebounding, insane block. You can throw dots with this build as well. The dunking is crazy. This is the best 7-foot inside center build in the game. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, or even if you just watched a little bit and you're here now, drop a like on the video. Let me know in the comments what your favorite build of the video was, what you guys are thinking you're gonna make. Comment down below, let me know, man. Also follow me on Twitter at Hank the Tank. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Hanky. The links are in the description down below. I live stream all the time. I love interacting with my viewers. I love you guys so much, man. Thank you for watching this build video. All of these are the best builds that you could possibly make in 2K24. I know the builder better than everyone. Thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much. Subscribe if you're new, turn those noties on, and I will see you in that next Hanky banger.